The web crochet stitch is so cool. Like, look at this. The definition, the details, it's just neat. But what's great is all we are using are basic stitches to achieve this pattern. We're using double crochet stitches, treble crochet stitches, and single crochet stitches, along with some chains. That's it. So advanced beginner crocheter, because you advanced beginners know how to do the basic stitches and you like to join them together. Now, when it comes to this pattern, we have to get to row 7 before we repeat anything. So bear with me when it comes to getting through this video. This video may be a little bit long because I have to get through 7 rows before I repeat myself. And then we're just repeating row 3 through 7 as many times as you want to complete your project. The multiple stitch count requirement for the web stitch is a multiple of 13 plus 4. Don't let that freak you out either. We have this really cool design that we have to create, and in order to create it, we have to have so many stitches to do so. This pattern is going to be awesome to make up for Halloween because it looks like a spider web. But in general, it's also a really beautiful design. So changing up the color, changing up the size of the yarn, this pattern would look great with any size yarn. You make it with lace, it's going to look very different than if you're going to make it with a super bulky yarn. So have fun with this pattern. It's going to be really neat. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so a multiple of 13 plus 4, starting with a tail long enough for us to weave in our ends. Attach our crochet hook. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's one multiple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's our second multiple. And now add 4 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is our multiple stitch count requirement. We've just achieved it for our swatch section that I'm going to be doing with you. Right, for row 1, we are going to double crochet in the 4th chain from our crochet hook. So looking at our V-stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet. Those skipped 4 chains count as our very first double crochet stitch. So it does actually count as a stitch. All right, and then all we are doing for row 1 is making 1 double crochet stitch in every chain or every stitch space all the way across. So go ahead, take a second and achieve this. I'll meet you at the end of row 1 to show you what we do next. All right, and last double crochet stitch to finish off row 1. Great, all right, so to move on to row 2, we will chain 3. 1, 2, 3, turn our work. Now that chain 3 does count as our very first double crochet stitch. So we're going to skip the first stitch space because this chain 3 double crochet stitch will take that stitch space. Our very first stitch will be a double crochet stitch in the second stitch space. And then for row 2, all we're doing is making 1 double crochet stitch in every stitch space all the way across. That's it. Let's go ahead and finish row 2, and then I will see you at the end of row 2 to show you what we do differently with row 3. Double crochet, and we're going to end row 2 by making our last double crochet stitch in that top chain or 3rd chain of our turning. That turning chain does count as a stitch. Great, so this is what we're looking at the end of row 2. Row 3 is where we really start that web pattern. So let's start row 3 by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3, turn our work. That chain 3 does count as our very first double crochet stitch and takes the first stitch space. The very first stitch we are making is a double crochet stitch in the second stitch space. Awesome. Now we're making the web. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitch spaces. So 1, 2, treble crochet in that 3rd stitch space. So yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop. There we go. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Perfect. Now we're going to skip 2 stitch spaces, 1, 2, treble crochet in the next stitch space. So yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, skip 2 stitch spaces, 1, 2, treble crochet in the third stitch space, yarn over once, yarn over twice, awesome. Now we need to be very cautious here. Count 3 treble crochet stitches. Once you have the 3 treble crochet stitches, we will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitch spaces. 1, 2, and then make 1 double crochet stitch in the next 2 stitch spaces. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and then repeat the web stitch. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitch spaces. 1, 2, treble crochet in the third. Skip 2 stitch spaces. 1, 2, treble crochet in the third. Skip 2 stitch spaces. You'll start to pick up a rhythm here. 1, 2, treble crochet in the third. Great. Once you have 3 treble crochet stitches, then we chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And end row 2, and end row 3 by making a double crochet stitch in the last 2 stitch spaces. So 1 and the turning chain from the row before, 2. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. And you'll notice everything kind of happens in 2s. We start with 2 double crochet stitches, then we skip 2 stitches, make a stitch, skip 2 stitches, make a stitch, skip 2 stitches, make a stitch, skip 2 stitches, make 2 double crochet stitches, then skip 2, stitch, skip 2, stitch, skip 2, stitch, skip 2, end every row with 2 double crochet stitches. Pretty cool. All right. Row 4. So row 4 is a little different. We're in the middle of the web now. Chain 3, every single row we're chaining 3. So just be prepared for that. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Every single chain 3 here counts as our first double crochet stitch. We will make our first stitch, which is a double crochet stitch, in the next stitch space. Double crochet. There we go. All right, so for row 4, we now chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make 1 single crochet stitch on top of each treble crochet stitch for a total of 3. So first treble, single crochet 1, second treble, single crochet 2, third treble, single crochet 3, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet, double crochet. That's it. And repeat. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet on top of treble crochet. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet, double crochet. Repeat that all the way across row 4. Perfect. And this is what we're looking at. We just made that middle section of the spider web building up. We are now on row 5. So for row 5, we start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. 1 double crochet stitch in the second stitch space. Awesome. Great. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 1 single crochet stitch on top of each single crochet stitch. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet, double crochet. There we go. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet on top of single crochet. So single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double crochet, double crochet. Perfect. Just finished row 5. Let me kind of move this out so you can really see what's going on. Oh, that spider web is really coming through. It looks really, really cool. All right, row 6. Row 6, we start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Awesome. Double crochet in the second stitch. And now we're going to chain 2. It's going to be a repeat of what we did in the beginning, first row here. Chain 2, 1, 2. Treble crochet in the first single crochet stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2. Treble crochet in the second single crochet stitch. Awesome. Chain 2, 1, 2. Treble crochet in the third single crochet stitch. Awesome. Chain 2, 1, 2. Double crochet, double crochet. So row 6 is like a mirror of what we did in row 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Treble crochet in the first single crochet stitch. Chain 2. Treble crochet in the second single crochet stitch. Chain 2. Treble crochet in the third single crochet stitch. Chain 2. And then double crochet, double crochet. Awesome. And now we need to top off and border off the web. So to do that, row 7 is super important. Row 7, we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. We're going to make 1 double crochet stitch in every single stitch all the way across. Going to make a double crochet stitch around the chains and in the stitch spaces. We're going to keep everything 1-to-1 ratio here. Okay, so if you want to, it's your choice. They didn't specify in the pattern if you want to make your stitches over the chains or into the chains. So I'm going to let that be up to you. I'm going to go ahead and crochet over the chain though. So starting with a double crochet stitch in the second stitch space, because that chain 3 obviously counts as a double crochet stitch. And then we have the chain 2, so I'm going to make 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. Double crochet into the top of the first treble. Then I have a chain 2, so I'm going to make 2 double crochet stitches here. 1 double crochet per chain, 1, 2, double crochet into the treble, chain 2, so making 2 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, double crochet into the treble, chain 2, oopsie, 1, 2, and then of course 1 double crochet stitch on top of each double crochet stitch, just like that, and repeat. 2 double crochet stitches, then double crochet into the treble, 2 double crochet stitches, and then double crochet into the treble, 2 double crochet stitches, double crochet into the treble, 2 double crochet stitches, and then 1 double crochet stitch on top of each double crochet stitch to close off row 7. Okay, so I'm going to take a pause here. This is what we're looking at. Okay, the sides, if you are concerned about the sides not looking completely straight, there is a straightness to it. It's a little bit of a bow as we go from row to row. You can always block that and it straightens everything out. So if that gives you any concern, block it. It's taken care of. Here is the full pattern. Now it wants you to repeat row 3. So that would be the first row of treble crochet stitches, the bottom of the web here. Repeat row 3 through row 7, however many times you want to finish off the project. Now what I thought was very interesting with this particular project is that it started with 2 rows of double crochet stitches. So it doesn't say it in the pattern, but in my opinion, to create symmetry in the project, I would end the project with 2 rows of double crochet stitches, just so that the beginning and the end look the same. All right. It's so cool, so neat. And then, like I said, you just keep repeating the pattern however many times you want to until you're done. Or if you want to, just have 1 row that you keep elongating and just have it be the 1 row. That would make a really cool scarf. Oh, there's so many things you could do with this. I think it'd make a really cool table runner, placemat, you know, just have a lot of fun with this. Get creative. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Now, if you would like to have any assistance, I made this stitch card to help you with your swatches. I encourage you to actually make this because looking at it and actually doing it are very, very different. Doing it, you see it, you're like, okay, that looks cool. But when you actually do it and see how simple it is, all of a sudden you're like, this is a lot of fun. I really want to do something with this now. And having something that you created that you can reference in the future, if you're ever stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to create, seeing your own physical work is very different than viewing it in a picture. You have more of a connection to it. I've created this document. You can find it on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. It's free. The name of this stitch is the web stitch. It's worked in a multiple of 13 plus 4. I'm going to have the instructions for you. I'm going to put it on the screen if you'd like to pause this video and write everything in. If you would like to have more stitch options, definitely check out my video here, which has all the other stitches that you can play with and try, or check out this video right here, which is just a recommended video for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my membership program, and I'll see you guys with the next one. Bye, guys.